All right, we are back for take 2 of the Isle of Mara. This is the Isle of Mara. Oh, I always forget to do this. There. Village of Shin is located on the Isle of Mara, southwest of the Firat, northwest of the Moors of Acacia, northeast of the Great Divide, and due west of the Sinking Sands. Yay! This right here, don't pay any attention to that. That's like actually kind of a planar tear, I guess you could call it, some sort of dimensional rift. Anyways, let's see, what is there to say about the Isle of Mara? Well, it has been cut off for quite a while. The Farseas Trading Company discovered it and set up a little outpost right here and are trying to establish friendly relations with the villagers. It has a decidedly oriental flavor to it. Some people call it a Japanese village. Not really. It looks more Chinese to me, maybe Korean. Something from the mainland, you know, like China, Cambodia, that sort of thing. Look at the names of the various people we have. I can barely see that because of the contrast there. Come on, get on something bright. There we go. Jinan Qiu. Definitely has more of a Chinese sound to it than a Japanese sound. But for those of you who like action fighting games, check it out. Chun, Li, Qin, Liu, Dan, and Master Longshan, or if you want to make it completely obvious, Master Shin Long. Yeah, this is the class. Well, not the entire cast, but it's part of the cast of Street Fighter. A bunch of monks doing their little training out here. It's mostly a crafting society. You know, they have the three main disciplines here: the craftsmen, the outfitters, and the scholars. But they also got some monks, the Whistling Fist clan. This is their tower. You have to do a series of quests, starting with listening to Master Longshan's story to gain access. And it's floor by floor. So like right now, I haven't done any of them with Rose here. So, boom! Angry Ice Cube is now rejected Ice Cube. And that's why I'm so angry. Actually, I don't really care. Anyways, once you do that guy's quest, they'll let you in here. Then you have to do their quest, and they'll let you go up to the next floor, etc., 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 until you make it to the top floor. Yay! And something to do with pebbles, and very, very boring. But yeah, it's kind of a lore-rich zone, but not so much if you haven't played EQ1, because it's very heavily centered around what's that guy's name again? Zabuxaruk. Zabuxaruk? Zeb. Basically think of him as Prometheus of the Norath world, or universe. He is the Forsaken God, the Fallen God, the Desolate One. Wait, is he the Desolate One? I saw a list of names associated with him. I can't remember if Desolate One was on it or not, but Forsaken One was on it. Basically, he was some sort of god who liked mortals and wanted them to find their potential more easily, and so he was going to give them the knowledge of the gods. And he did, in some cases, give them knowledge of the gods, but his main plan was to give them the language of the gods. If we could speak the language of the gods, we would be more easily able to see our own potential and to realize it. However, we potentially would have lost the ability to... Wait, no, I take that back. He's a tricky figure. He's a tricky figure because he was mostly, this big person that you would run into in EQ1. Not so much here. The Keeper of Secrets, the Nectarless Forest video, I showed you the Keeper of Secrets, and he made that little prophecy about the one would walk from the sea, or so. I can't remember exactly how it went, but the 9 would return. The one was Zabuxaruk. Basically, he was imprisoned by the gods. Mortals tried to free him from the plane of time. They succeeded, but they failed. The reason they failed is because Druzzle Rowe, who is the mother of Ana Rowe, the goddess of song, she rewove the tapestry of time so that he would not escape. By doing so, a consequence was that the timeline split. And that's why there's so many contradictions, because some of the things aren't related to EQ1 anymore because they happened after that split, but other things happened before the split, so they're still, and it's confusing. I hate temporal mechanics. I really do. When she did that, the timeline split. He escaped somehow. I'm not sure exactly how he escaped. I mean, because it was at the moment of the triumph of the adventurers that she did it so that they didn't triumph. So he wasn't freed by the adventurers, but yet he still managed to escape eventually. Maybe what she did weakened the prison. I don't know. I didn't find any information on that. Surprisingly, I didn't even find any speculation on that by other players. But what I did find was that he still somehow, like, let's just assume that a giant hole opened up and he fell through, landed in the ocean somewhere, and washed up here. This is where he washed up. There is a place called Tanaan. Well, to something. I think it's Tanaan. I'm going to go with Tanaan. Tanaan has a ring to it. It's a city that venerates him. I'm not going to say that they worship him because it's not necessarily the case, but they do hold him in fairly high regards, and they're devoted to knowledge. Interestingly enough, the city consists of fallen priests, fallen paladins, I guess fallen Shadow Knights, or what would you call a fallen Shadow Knight? I don't know, but anyways, people who they're either trying to, I can't remember exactly how they put it, but they're basically people who have fallen from where they were, kind of like him, used to be a guy, got in prison and stuff, but now they're trying to either find a way back or maybe just find a different way. Maybe they've understood that absolutes aren't necessarily as absolute as we thought. Just like the gods. The gods are immortals, except they're not. That has been proven to us before. Gods have died. So, interesting. Anyways, that's the village over there, the Village of Shin. Right here, let me show you. It's always nice to get a nice visual look at what we're talking about. See, we got some little rice pond or rice fields here, very nice. Got a little waterfall over there, very nice. This little bastard, everyone hates him, Choagrin. He gives you a gathering obsession. It's a series of harvesting quests. You go out to each tier, find X number of blah blah blah, bring it back to him. He gives you a butt ton of gold, and then he wants you to go to the next tier, and then the next one, and the next one. And it is a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but I don't hate him because, well, I'm the one who asked him for a job. Why would I then hate him for giving me one? And he pays like a boss. It's like, hey, could you go get me like 20 flounder from the Frostfang Sea? Sure, come back with 20 flounder, and he just hits you in the face with a chest of gold. It's like, dude, yeah. So yeah, and then, like I said, there's like 3 main families. There's the Ogrins, don't remember the other names. Anyways, 3 main families for the various disciplines. If you have a sage who is level 50, I think, you can learn the art of making notebooks here, which is pretty cool. Books that players can write in, something I had been wanting them to do for a very long time. I was very big on that in Ultima Online. When I would, because I took my bard role pretty seriously there. I'd actually write like stories of adventures, not just mine but my friends, and then I just drop the books out on the off the side of the road or something so people could pick them up. And I actually got kind of a name doing that, so that was funny. Anyways, this loose rock. Go in here and there's a giant crab that you can piss off. It's a big raid mob and it will try to eat your face. Just thought I'd point that out to you. There he is, the Nerwins. I think these are the scholars. I think. I don't remember for sure. It's been a very long time since I actually went through these quests, so details escape me, but the general gist is that there's 3 families focusing on the 3 disciplines, and they don't always see eye to eye. You know, it's a small island and tempers flare and all that great stuff, but you have to do tasks for all of them because the Farsis want you to. They want to show them the benefits of trade and all that great stuff. So yeah, you get to do all that stuff. However, the monks have a problem. They're protecting this special place over here. Again, Zabuxaruk or whatever his name is. You know, he's New Tanan is a city you can reach from here. We're going to the Mystic Lake. Gonna run into some cool Chinese tomb type places. I think this is when they first added the Soga models. The Soga models for this is a Soga model. However, I can change that to a non-Soga model. I will do that right quick. Half elf, male, off. Alright. This did that? Oh, I hit cancel instead of accept. Ha! This is a non-Soga half-elf. I don't like it. You might, and if you do, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, never mind how wrong it may be. But yeah, I like the Soga models. Halfling, half-elf, accept. Yeah. Another thing I don't like about them is the hairstyles that the non-Soga ones are. Yeah, I don't know, they don't match my ideal fantasy character. There's Monk, Whistling Fist. Anyways, the problem that they have are these guys. The Pirates of Gunthak? Yeah, Gunthak. Yeah, pirates. Lots of pirates. We got poachers, poisoners, assholes in general. And the monks don't like them. And the monks, well, the monks are badasses and all, but they're not an army. Captured villagers. There's the captain. There's an assassin over here that killed one of the pirates who fell in love with the villager, blah blah blah. You know, the usual sad tale. And as you go over here, nature's fighting back. Nature don't take no guff off of pirates. What's that smell? Oh, someone's barbecuing. And using a lot of lighter fluid, apparently. Check it out. It's a frenetic beaver. Then we got these little gold dudes over here. Yeah, so anyways, I'm ashamed to say it took me forever to figure out how to get up there. I had gotten so used to obvious paths that it never even occurred to me to look at climbable walls. But yeah, check out that little well, not that statue. Nice little statue there. Yeah, you gotta climb that wall to get up there because you can't go up the waterfall. This took me a very long time to figure out. But then again, how long did it take me to notice those gargoyles in Neck Forest? Yeah. Hey, look. It's the Terracotta Army. That's definitely Chinese. Anyhow, Tomb of the Sensei. And now you notice that they're corrupted. Something's going on. Ooh, the Hands of Death. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Oh, you showed me, dude. Or no, you showed that. Alright, well, you do that. Keep doing your thing, bro. Yeah, where's that pathway? We're looking for a pathway. Ah, staircase, there it is. There's a tomb up here where you can fight. No, is this the right one? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. There's a tomb that you can enter. Where's the tomb? Oh, it's over there. Okay, yeah, so there's a tomb over there. Zoo. No. Wait. That might be Shu. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've conversed with any Chinese people, and my pronunciation has suffered for it. And I was never what you would call proficient at it. These little guys will bounce you, so they might knock you off the path, but who cares? This stuff can't hurt me because it's gray. There is a raid mob that goes through here, one of these sunken gloom dudes. It's a big one, I think. Wait, was it a big one? Tentacle Emperor Gloomdoom. Okay, yeah. So, Tentacle Emperor Gloomdoom. I've seen that hentai. We're not going there. Hey, look, Camp of Forgotten Souls. Yeah, there's something going on here. This place is not as pristine and beautiful as it seems to be. There's corruption. What could that corruption be? Well, that city I mentioned, the city of Tanan, it's in this island right here. There's where's that? There it is. No. There. Go down there and notice how it's, oh look, these are walls. Yeah. And eventually you will not be able to go down any further. That's not the right way. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I forgot how to get in. Maybe it was down here. I know there's an inch. Yeah, it was down here. Here we go. Check it out. It's a big submerged city. This will take you eventually. I can't remember the exact route to take, but you have to keep going down. Having water breathing obviously is helpful. Is that it? This doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it was up. Pretty sure. No, that's definitely. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha. Yes, now it's starting to become clear. Yeah. Sometimes you have to go up to go down. Sometimes you have to waste time to save time. Now where is that damn door? If you're lost, don't feel bad, I am too. God. Here we go. The Forsaken City. This is, I think, New Tanan. What the heck? Let's go inside. I believe this is New Tanan. Or maybe it's the one on the other side of the city. See, basically we go into this city, but there's a dimensional rift that takes us to an alternate version of the city. That one might be New Tanan. I can't remember. This one will be inhabited by ghosts. The other one will be inhabited by naiads. Look! You don't have to breathe underwater anymore. And the other version will look just like this one too. It's the same city, just through a dimensional gate. A lot of windy pathways. Is there a map to this one? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so yeah. This is me. Here's this central pathway with Saphis once blessed. Ah, yes, that's right. The monk trials send you in here. Forgot about that. There's a bunch of different quests that you can pick up, and they'll take you in here, and then you'll have to go back and talk to the monks, and then they'll send you back in, and blah blah blah, and eventually you get to the other one. What level are these guys? 66. Yeah, that sounds about right. The other version with the naiads is a little bit more difficult because naiads, well, yeah, they like to hit you with their tails. Oh, do they like to hit you with their tails? And that means that there's going to be a lot of knockback and stuff like that. Anyways, we're not going to explore the entire city because that would just make us go long. We'll come back to this someday. Maybe we'll actually make a real foray in here. We'll mentor down and we'll take this place on and be all like, yeah. I can't remember if it was in that one or if it was in the alternate version of that one, but there are some raid mobs. Trying to remember if there's anything particularly memorable about them, but nothing's coming to mind. But anyways, we'll get to that when we come back to the city. For now, let's retrace our well, I guess not our footsteps, our strokes. Yeah, our strokes, and get back out into the lake so I can show you the rest of this lovely place. Say hello to the turtles. Hey, turtles. Here we are. Behold! Bloated glooms. Alright, now. There's this little path. I can talk, I really can. Right there. Tunnel entrance takes us over to this place. This is pretty much all that's left of the zone of the Mystic Lake. One there, and then you can drop down here. Spiritual Wound. Oh yes, I remember that. Beast Lord Epic. Fun quest. It's not really that fun of a quest. But once you get some reliable people to help you, some reliable strong people to help you, then it becomes a lot more doable. Oh, what's this? What's this? Stuff. Stuff. Looks kind of void related, wouldn't you say? Which, well, it might make sense considering Zeb was in the void for so long. Maybe the void's been watching him. And there's also some names over here like, Mr. What is that, Obsidian Golem dude? There's the Corrupted Druid Ring. I think it's, yeah. The Ring of Dire Full. Huh. That was an unfortunate name. From the beginning you were cursed. I like the little stonework inside their little Stonehenge. It's kind of nice. Let's see, another chunk of Luckland it looks like. I mean, we're not... It doesn't come out and explicitly say, yes, Luckland landed in this pond, but considering that's what happened to Crater Lake, or Crater Pond, and here it is. It's got that same cool glow. We can assume that it's a chunk of Luckland. Then again, we can assume it's a chunk of Doritos chips if we want to. No law against it. The Sinister Sloth. Not to be confused with a three-toed sloth. It's kind of cool looking. I like those nice auras they got. Speaking of auras, I thought about doing a video about weapon decorations, but considering there's only like 8 or 9 of them, it'd be kind of a pointless video. But I can swing by the guild hall and show you some of the different ones that I've collected. I'll probably only bother with the major essences because those are the raid drops and the really cool ones. And yes, this is how you, well, this is one way to get back. As you can see, it is also one way. No climbable wall, but yay. And that is Mystic Lake and the Isle of Mara. Cheldrak the Ancient is a raid boss in here. It's that dragon turtle thing that I showed you in my guild hall. My guild hall, not the new guild halls. My guild hall tour. I showed you some of the guild trophies that we had. That he's in here. He was actually kind of a challenging fight. I did it solo, but not truly solo. I duoed it solo, i.e. I had 2 accounts running and I took care of all the stuff, the healing, the beating up, the screaming and rage, all that stuff. I did it all. Yeah, that's right, because I'm a multitasker. Yay me! Yeah, that was a fun fight. He's got certain immunities that you have to worry about and stuff. It was cool. Let's see, what else can I say? Oh yeah, you can bet on the pigs. These are the pig races. I never do because I'm not much of a gambler, but hey. Although I did buy a lotto ticket yesterday, so who knows, maybe I'll win. Maybe the next time I make a video, I'll be rich and I can hire voice actors to do it for me. That would actually be kind of cool. Different voice actor for different characters. I might have to just keep that in the back of my mind. Yeah, anyways. So, actually there is something I forgot to mention. I mentioned this was take 2 because I was expressing some lore and I did a very poor job of it. It just irritated me so badly that I kind of wanted to just eat my own monitor, so I started the video over. And in doing so, I forgot one important part. This building right here. As I mentioned, this is an outpost of the Farseas Trading Company. This is where you get daily trade skilling quests. Is it you? No, I don't think it's you. I think it's you, but I think you have to do quests to a certain point where your reputation's high enough that this person will then give you the quests. Basically, they are ostensibly they're meant for a group of trade skillers to do, but you do not by any means need to do them in a group. They are very soloable, but they are time intensive if you do, so be warned. Basically, there are 4 little zones out there, heroic zones, that have a special trade skill instance. For example, Fire Mist Gully in Antonica, Bloodskull Valley in Common Lands. There's a Clockwork one in Steamfont somewhere. What's the last one? Oh, yeah, the Void. The... Shit, I can't think of the... Palace of the Ancient One. Palace of the Ancient One. That is the I guess you could call it the final level of the Shadow Odyssey. There's a crafting version of that one. That one is a raid zone, but basically the story is the adventurers can't do it on their own, and so the trade skillers have to go on site to give them material support. You know, repairing armor, making potions, scribing scrolls, fixing them food because they're getting their asses kicked and they need to take a break, that sort of thing. You go to that zone. There's a teleport stone you can buy that will take you directly to it, or you can just go there on foot, whatever. And there will be 9 things that need to be made, and there are 9 crafting classes. Yeah, that's right. There's one from each. That's why I said it'll take time if you do it solo, because you have a specific profession. Like in this case, I'm a I'm a woodworker. That means the woodworker item I will be able to breeze through. You have to make so many of them. But then you have to go and make so many of each other item. That's why I said they're made for groups, because you can take a group of 6 people and say you take 2 from each of the disciplines. You can breeze through most of them, and that will leave you, because a group is limited to 6 people, that will leave you with 3 items that you will be so-so at, because your skills won't be that high. Although now the trade skill system has changed and stuff has been added. Like when these first came out, we did not have this. Trade skill prestige, trade skill A, we didn't have those. And they do things like success chance increased by 10%. We didn't have that to work on. That also works on the small level stuff, so it's a lot faster now, but it still does take time. I mean, I could basically just be like, okay, we're making a I don't know what's something a woodworker. We're making a walking stick. I could just be all like, boom, 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 done. And when I say done, I don't mean the item. I mean the entire category. It's like, okay, I'm done with that. Then I go and I would do one of the other related tasks. They will still be higher, because remember when the game first came out, you know, it kind of went in tiers. The first tier was like your starting. Your novice, and then your journeyman would be the second tier, and then finally your master profession. What the hell is that thing? I'm sorry, that thing just looked like a monster straight out of Dark Souls, and I was confused momentarily. Anyways, and then you have your master profession for the 3rd tier. Obviously, your master profession is where the majority of your skill is going to be, so you're going to have an easy time, like being a weaponsmith, making a sword, boom, no problem. Now, an armorer is related to a weaponsmith, but you don't have all those extra skills, so it's a little harder. But you still have slightly higher skills, so it's not as bad. But then if you're trying to make a potion, that has absolutely nothing to do with being an outfitter. So you're just going to be getting failures up the ass. And you're going to have 2 more items in that same category. So you're going to have a lot of failures coming out of your ass. It's not fun. And, you know, it would take me, 2-3 hours to do it, but then I got all the rewards to myself. I didn't have to worry about splitting stuff up. And cool. I mean, I'm not exactly a loot whore. I generally pass on stuff to let the other people in my group have it, and I can always come back for it later. That's why I have so many characters that don't have their mythical weapon yet, because I would always just pass on it. I'd be more focused getting my guild equipped. That's just how I am. But when I'm doing those zones by myself, then I don't have to worry about it. It's like, okay, I do have all my trade skillers, and oh, look, the tailoring wrist piece drop, because they have cool little, I don't know if I have any on me, I probably don't. But, well, these are kind of like them, not quite the same, but like these are tinkered items you can do that increase your success chance. Now, it's optional, so I just have to have it in my inventory. But there are specific stuff that you can get. Like, here's one. Wait a minute, Nerwin's whittling knife. Yeah, you get the... I forgot about that. There's a trade skill specific item that increases your success chance that you get from this place. There's a series of quests, and once you complete it, you'll get something like this. Although it says it is slot charm, and it does not say optional, so I probably have to have that equipped to get the effect. It's another thing you need to understand about this game. When it says charm optional, having it in your inventory is enough. Charm no optional has to be equipped, or you won't get the effect. It used to be that all three of these were optional. Were optional. These are the old ones. There's 1%, 2%, 5%. But they changed it. I don't know when they did, but I noticed I made one with my Tinkerer, well, last time I was tinkering, and one of the items I made was not optional. And it was that way for all of the items. When I say that, I mean these three are for the woodworker. Okay. There are 3 for the carpenter. There are 3 for the weapons, etc., etc. There's 3 for each one, 1, 2, and 5% success chance increase, and they do stack. Problem is, now one of them is not optional, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah. But anyways, this is where you would go to get those trade skill quests, and once you get them all, they're cool. You know, it's like you can get some good stuff, and then the phone will start ringing, and it will be another one of those stupid solicitor calls. Oh well. Well, that's a good time to end the video. Next time I will probably talk more about the gods, just because I haven't really done so yet. Mainly, I'm trying to decide, should I talk about each god separately, or should I do kind of like just a general overview, or maybe I can do both. I don't know. Again, this stuff I do it when I get inspired to do it, so that's why sometimes I will be 2 days before I do a video. Sometimes I'll do 3 videos in one day. I'll just get hit rapid fire, you know, triple hit, boom, critical. I have been inspired beyond inspiration, and I just keep making videos. But anyways, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. So yeah, peace out.